Y'all, welcome back to another episode of the New World Podcast. And for today, to start off, of course, we got to talk about the NBA draft. Now, before we get into any questions or anything, I'm going to list off the draft picks from the first round 1 through 17, and then I'll list a little bit of the notable second round picks. All right. And if I mess up these names, hey, it'll be all right. All right, for the first round pick, the Atlanta Hawks, they drafted Zachary Roger. All right. No, at number 2, we got Alex Sarr. Number 3, we got Reed Sheppard. Number 4, we got Stephon Castle. Number 5, we got Ron Holland II. Number 6, we got Tajane Sulan. Number 7, we got Donovan Clingan. Number 8, we got Rob Dillingham, who was traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Number 9, we got Zach Edey. Number 10, we got Cody Williams. Number 11, we got Matas Buzelis. Number 12, we got Nikola Topic. Number 13, we got Devin Carter. Number 14, we got Bub Carrington. Number 15, we got Khalil Ware. Number 16, we got Jared McCain. And number 17, we got Dalton Connect, a.k.a. Connect 4. Oh, also, I want to say one more name. The Milwaukee Bucks, out of all the draft picks, AJ Johnson. I'm definitely gonna show them stats because I mean, seriously, like that's the best y'all can do. I also think another good pick was Terrence Shannon Jr. for the Timberwolves, and then I thought Isaiah Collier was kind of low at 29, but it was definitely a good steal for the Jazz though. You know, he was just the number 1 player like 2 years ago. He was running USC, but I mean, 29 is what it is though. For this draft though, I'll start it off. It was pretty. I think they had talks for the wrong people that are just gonna be like role players in a couple years. I think the actual people that are gonna last long in the league and make noise didn't really get enough talks.
Why?
I mean, it's just media. Media's been blowing up the wrong people that just look like they got the potential, but I don't think they have NBA potential. Like Rob Dillingham, I don't think he got enough notability in the draft or throughout the whole draft process.
Yeah.
I think Stephon Castle was a great pickup too for the Spurs.
Yeah.
I think those French boys, they really just hyped them up. I guess because the whole Wemby thing, they were just hyping up that whole French thing. I also think a good pick was Nikola Topic for the Thunder. He dropped a little bit because, you know, he tore his ACL not that long ago. I think Zach Edey playing for the Grizzlies is a good pickup because I said playing for the Grizzlies is a good pickup.
I'm not sure.
Anyways, like I was saying, you know, Grizzlies fan right here, but I do think that's a good spot for Zach Edey though. At first I did say he was gonna be like maybe a role player. I mean, he'll definitely. I think him and Ja will do pretty good. That's definitely a good replacement for. Who's the big? Because Steven Adams is going. Jaren Jackson's not going to be 5. You don't need to be.
You gonna start him?
Huh?
You gonna start him Edey?
Why wouldn't I?
He can't play defense.
Okay, but we have a defensive player of the year, a former defensive player of the year.
No. You're not him. They're gonna be putting that boy in the pick and roll. He's finna be.
I know.
Have you seen his drop cover?
Yes, I saw it. It was bad.
He can only play drop
I saw it in the tournament.
It's terrible.
He's 7'5", 300 pounds. He can't move, sir.
I think
very high.
I think Dalton Connect was a good pickup for the Lakers. It was a great pickup. A lot of people were surprised that he dropped. I was too. but they said that he dropped due to his age because he's 20. He's 23.
Oh, he's 23?
Yeah, he's 23.
Anyways, yeah,
I think Jared McCain was a good pickup for the 76ers.
I don't know how I feel
But I don't
about
really think. But everybody really just talking about him as a TikTok star. So
I don't
think nobody cares about
I don't know how to think about the fit. It's like too much of like I don't know. It's giving me too much of Tyrese Maxey because it's like
Yeah, they have that void. They filled that void already.
Yeah,
Coming off the bench though.
Yeah, but like you got Tyrese Maxey, so like what's the point? I mean, off the bench scoring, I guess, but like I would have.
Because I mean, they.
I would have thought they was gonna get connect, honestly.
But at some point, you gotta
Like-
get ready.
Like
to,
the fact that Connect dropped because like man, my drafts had them going like as high as 7.
Yeah, I saw like 6.
Honestly,
yeah.
Donovan Clingan, he dropped the most because I was seeing a lot of my drafts that had him number 1 going number 1. So that was very, very interesting. I knew the Blazers was gonna pick him. Now the Memphis Grizzlies, they were trying to get him, but they didn't. But they weren't able to make a trade.
Yeah, they were trying to trade
Because-
for the 5 spot.
Honestly, Memphis Grizzlies get it. Man, they gonna give an F tonight.
Mm,
Honestly, because you gonna draft Zach Edey at 9th. Like Zach Edey,
9 is high.
he could have won 20.
He could have
Yeah.
won 20.
He could have won 20. So like, really, you could have traded with another team, and got like 2 picks available in the draft. If you really wanted to do that, because Zach Edey, he was gonna fall to about 20. So taking him 9 is crazy. I would like any team before 16. I wouldn't have thought like that would draft Zach Edey.
Because his play style
The
is
Lakers are the
phasing
only
out.
team that I thought would have drafted him. So
Yeah,
it makes no sense
They
to
should
me.
have traded down. Got something.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. Now I do like I do like the Kings getting Devin Carter. I think he's a really good fit for that team. That team needs some defense, and he's gonna be some of those things. He was a guard, averaging 9 rebounds, so he kind of gives you that little Josh Hart role. And I think the Kings do need that because the offense isn't a problem. It's the defense.
Yeah, they have no wing.
Yeah, it's the defense. A lot of guys were talking about that Hornets pick. I don't really know if I like it.
It was bad. I mean,
well, like people have been telling me he's a stretch forward, and like I'm seeing I don't know. When I look at the jump shot, I'm not amazed. Like of course he's gonna be playing like with LaMelo Ball, so he's gonna be getting open looks, but I'm not really amazed by the jump shot. So
What were his shooting percentages?
if I can remember, they weren't high. Like I think it was like I may be thinking of Matas. I may be thinking of Matas of Bazelis, but his shooting was were high.
Yeah, I did see a little bit of film on him. I didn't think he didn't really have a quick release on his jump shot either.
I mean, he's a stretch forward, so I mean, it doesn't really matter as much. Yeah, you're like guard, it matters.
You just had to be very proficient though.
But I wasn't really wowed by that.
Let's see.
3-point percentage.
Right there.
But they solid.
14.
Wait, no, that's bad. But that's one game. That's one game started, one game played.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not bad, but like I'm not like
Right here it's like 29.5%, 15 games. 33. Nah, they're not great. They're not good.
They're not great, but like people are telling me Saloon can be a spot of shooting. I don't really see it personally. That's just me. I don't really see it. Now I think the San Antonio Spurs, and this may be a controversial opinion, I think they did make a great move by switching the picks and getting the 2031st pick, and it was on the 2032nd, something like that. Basically drafting like 11-year-olds. I think that was actually a good decision. People aren't gonna look at it like that because it's gonna be like, yeah, y'all gave up Rob Dillingham, and Rob Dillingham was going to Minnesota. But I actually think it was a great decision because you're gonna have a player that fits in with Wemby and Stephon Castle, and you got shooting with I forgot dude's name on the wing, but he can shoot.
Devin.
Devin Vassell, him. And then you got shooting on the wing, and you got Wemby as your core player. In about a couple years, the big if is if Wemby stays in San Antonio, which I think he'll stay in San Antonio. Yeah.
can run
So
the
like,
table.
so like round like year 7, 8, you're still gonna have the draft capital to get Wemby help in that time. So I feel like honestly it was a good deal by them. People aren't gonna say that, but I feel like it was a good deal by them. Now
Because your priority is building around Wemby correctly.
I won't talk about the
Rob
first.
Dillingham is a sexy pick, but yeah, I agree with you. I don't have a problem with it. Honestly.
Now I wouldn't talk about the first 4 picks kind of went how I thought it was gonna go. Now I'm not really spooked about Zachary Mashahe, however you say his last name. He just doesn't have an off the dribble game. That's like his big flaw. And if you're taking somebody number 1, first of all, you gotta take somebody with generational talent. Now, nobody in this class has generational talent. I think the only person who can be argued for generational talent is actually Alex Sarr, but he declined to work there. I think that was because his agent.
That's still crazy. Three of the top 3 draft picks declined to work out with the Hawks.
I think that kind of goes to.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, it makes sense though. Like, I'm not really surprised, but I do like the fit though. I like the fit. The fit's really good because he's going to be a role player. He's not going to be a star player. He's a role player, so he's not going to be the best player coming out of the draft. Because obviously, there's going to be people in the draft that are going to be all stars. I can see Toppage can definitely be an all star. I think Toppage is the best player in this draft. He went 12th. That's crazy. So Toppage, yeah, I believe Toppage is the best player in this draft. And it's a shame he had that ACL injury. He fell at 12th.
Yeah.
Because, man, I guess it's the Nikola name. That's how you pronounce it. But man, dude has some generational playmaking. And the Pistons, I don't know what they did. Rob Holland is a great prospect, but they have no shooting. Like, nobody in their starting 5 can shoot. So the spacing is going to be horrific.
We will see.
Now they did hire a shooting coach, so I don't know. I don't know if that's going to help, but like the space is going to be horrific.
We're going to see Cade Cunningham. He will be leaving his team in the next, by not next year, a couple of years.
Well, it depends. If they give him that crazy contract, guys typically don't turn down that contract.
Yeah.
So
that's probably,
especially when it is Cade's franchise. So if you turn that down, I mean, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Where you're gonna go somewhere and they're gonna give you the keys to the franchise? That typically doesn't happen. First big boy contract, and he has to make a all NBA team or something in the near future. So he's gonna take that contract because it's probably gonna be around
with the record,
$300 million contract. He's gonna take it.
If he even this past season, if their record was good or he was on a team that had at least a decent record, he would have been All-Star. Honestly.
Yeah.
But I don't know how this gonna work out. He probably ain't gonna make the All-NBA just because their record is bad.
I'm saying
but he's not gonna be able to. If I'm his agent, because that's what this really is about. If I'm his agent, I'm gonna be like, look, we need to get this first contract with this team so we can maximize on our earning potential. It doesn't make any sense. That's why people got to get out of that. Oh, he's not winning, so he should demand a trade. First of all, he's very young. He's a young player. How old is Cade Cunningham? He's relatively young.
He got drafted in 2021.
Yeah, but he needs to get this first contract. Try to build with the team and see what you can do. He's 22 years old, so you see what I'm saying? So see what you can do with this team, get that contract. Then when you get to year 7, if they still aren't, getting and showing these signs of improvement, then you probably demand that trade. But right now, he got to get that contract.
But I mean, they have pieces though. It's just
no, they really don't.
They really
don't have any pieces. That's what I'm saying. What did they do?
They have
what did they do with the draft pick?
But Cade and Jaden Ivey, if you could work them together, good.
Dude, Jalen, they've been in the lottery for years.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know what they're doing with this pick. Man, forget Cade Cunningham. What are they doing with this pick? This pick makes no sense. You're gonna get somebody that's you're gonna get Rob Holland, who's an athletic defender, and with no shooting. Dude, who's gonna
Cade is a point guard. You want to put shooters.
Who in the starting 5 can shoot threes?
Nobody can shoot.
Nobody can shoot threes. So makes just makes no sense to me. And I know Rob Holland. He was the number 1. He was at the 5th pick. He was the best prospect. But this fit makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me at all. So I don't get it. I don't know if you got something to say about it. That's the most brain catching thing that happened.
They was talking big about this dude on Toss Bazelis. They talking.
Now I'm not really spooked on him. He seems like a Bulls player to me. The Bulls fans are loving that pick. I don't know. He seems raw to me. Like no homo. Like no, I'm just saying. Like he's not polished. His game's not polished at all. So definitely gonna have to get that worked out because at this point I don't think he's ready for the NBA. Like right now. And the Cody Williams pick I do like.
Hey, y'all mess with his pick.
He's had the black one, right?
No, he had like a oversized suit with like I think he had like a chrome heart on the.
Yeah, it was like super cool.
And the brace was tough. So.
Yeah, it was tough. Now, I do like that pick. I don't know. His motor is kind of like what's getting me. You know, he seems like a very, very laid back dude. It makes no sense to me how he's like 174 and his brother's like 220. It makes no sense to me. Like you're like J-Dub, tell a nigga to get in the gym, bro. Like
tell the nigga to eat. The nigga
like,
to
dude,
eat.
that's crazy. Like the genetics did not play out right there.
And he's how tall?
He's 6'7". He's 6'7", 178.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying.
kind of ridiculous.
So-
I don't think he was getting fed. J-Dub's probably
So he's gonna have to
taking
bulk up. He's probably gonna have to add on 15 pounds. At least.
to have to.
At least 15 pounds because
Yeah.
when I saw him play,
He
Colorado-
Colorado do that going to Utah too with marketing and what's his name?
marketing. Well, we don't know if marketing gonna be there.
That's his team though. That's his team.
But that doesn't mean anything because they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So they need to kind
Just
of
trademark him.
they need to rebuild.
Makes no sense to me.
Get
but-
some draft assets and actually rebuild.
Yeah, but like when I saw him going to the rim a lot, he would like always. There's a lot of clips of him falling, and there's a lot of clips of him like
he has
contact is hitting him. So he has like no size, but he's an elite scorer. I think he's probably the best scorer in the top 10.
41% from three.
That's what I'm saying. Like his splits are crazy.
55% from the field.
His splits are crazy. Like the J-Dub splits that came off.
He has
I rubbed off on him. But
Yeah,
like,
he needs like 195.
That's what I'm saying. Like he needs to add 15 pounds at least.
J-Dub added weight, so it's possible.
I know, but I guess like J-Dub, he has like a sturdy frame. So.
Yeah,
but he wasn't always like that though when he came into.
I know,
but was he 170 something?
No, he wasn't
That's
that.
like
He wasn't that
that's
small though.
like that may be the second skinniest person in his draft besides Rob Dillingham.
Like
I don't know how Rob Dillingham's gonna pan out because his defense is atrocious. Like he's like Darius Garland to me a little bit, but
his weight to height like that. Now that I'm thinking about it, 6'7" and 174. Like that's not malnourished, but that's like a really bad
I'm saying he
weight.
needs to put some
Yeah,
weight on.
his index
Put
is
some weight on.
pretty bad. So that's not healthy actually.
But yeah, speaking of Rob Dillingham though, he needs to. I'm actually looking forward to seeing Rob Dillingham play, especially with Terrence Shannon Jr. Because I feel like they'll help the Wolves out in what they needed during the playoffs, where they needed a bit more playmaking and ball handling duties to relieve the pressures from Ant.
Yeah.
So I feel like those were some really good picks. Like honestly, I feel like Utah Jazz and the Minnesota Timberwolves were the biggest winners in this draft. The Pistons were the biggest losers, in my opinion. Like, makes no sense, and they would stay terrible. They would stay a terrible franchise for the future.
Thank God Monty Williams got up out of there.
Yeah, I
Ain't
guess.
got that
And he
bad.
get paid.
Ain't got that bad.
I know. And he's
That was a fleece.
and he's a shitty coach. So man, he's terrible. He's been terrible since he blamed Aiden for that series.
Yeah, that was a bomb.
And
Take accountability,
Like,
Monty
man.
Williams.
he was
All right.
terrible.
So how do we feel about? Oh wait, you already said. Is there anything else you want to say about Jerry McCain?
Nah, I just don't really understand the fit. Like Jerry, like I saw him play. I seen him play since high school, and he used to film the TikToks with his girl. I think they broke up, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I
She
put
broke
that
up
in
with
there,
him.
huh?
Yeah, I did. He had posted like some heartbroken TikTok posts. I was like, come on, man, get over it. But I'm just not sure about the fit. Like he's 6'2". It doesn't make any sense to me. I would have took Connect.
They need a wing.
I'm saying I would have took.
They
I
need
would
to
have took
replace it.
Connect.
They should replace.
Tobias Harris?
Yes.
That's why.
absolutely.
That's why
You know what I'm saying. I don't
really-
understand the pick really.
Maybe they did that because that's why they really kind of need Paul George because it's like
Yeah, they need Paul George. Yeah, they need a wing
unless they're doing
scorer.
a sign and trade that way.
They need a wing
Get
scorer.
Tobias Harris out of there.
I really don't think that they're gonna get Paul George.
I don't know. He's looking like Philly's looking like if you were to leave LA, Philly's looking like the spot for him. I don't even know if he's gonna leave LA. I feel like he's
I
playing.
don't know.
I feel like he's playing.
He's
for
from
money.
LA. Like, I don't know why you want to leave that to go to Philly.
I've seen, maybe we should say this for the offseason, but I've seen like just him. See, it's kind of weird because now these guys podcast now. He really enjoys being home in Los Angeles. I don't think he wants to leave.
Well, we can say
Maybe he's just using it to leverage.
thing.
But this draft, I thought that a sneaky opponent about the draft. Nobody really traded besides the Spurs and Timberwolves. I was kind of shocked by that because, like, looking at the draft, it's obviously not a top-heavy draft. But
that's where you
for
have
people
trades.
not to get like,
but there's a lot of
not get leverage and advantages over other teams. I was a bit surprised by this. I feel like teams just played it conservative.
Yeah, I think
Really?
so.
Yeah. But there's a lot of picks I like down that 15 line. I hate that AJ Johnson pick.
Dude, that's honestly a waste of a pick for the Milwaukee
Bucks. The Bucks are also one of the biggest losers in this draft too. Like, that's a terrible pick.
Giannis, you may have signed an
just a
extension
waste
a little too
of
fast.
Yeah, that was just a waste of a pick in my opinion. Like, man, the Kelly Ware dude. Now I do like that fit for Miami, but the motor, I don't know because he has some issues mentally.
And
So
he look like a crash out.
yeah. So, you know, we'll look and see how that goes. But I do like the fit for Miami because I didn't think Miami needed another guard, but they got enough. I feel like they got enough of those.
He's 6'7", he a 4.
Yeah. So
So
Johnson is terrible.
how do we feel about Dalton Connect Ford? You know, him and Austin Reeves. We found some two mercenaries right there.
I don't mean to cut you off because I'll cut this, but let's continue our dialogue with the first round. We may need to just check the camera once we finish and do a separate video for when we talk about the second round.
Yeah, I think we're good on time, but I was going to cut it off after we finish with the
That's
first round.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was going to cut it off after the
Because
first
that Bronny
round.
won't get confused.
That's what I'm saying. But let's keep going. Continue.
Yeah, like I was saying, we got the two white boy mercenaries on the Los Angeles Lakers. I have no idea how the Lakers got them out of all folks, but that was definitely a great pickup for them. I will say that. Let's see. Look at them splits.
They ain't paying. What's weird is that, like, if you're in college a long time, that's like you'll get overlooked. But I think a big problem with why these drafts, why these players are getting overlooked and why college basketball is going down is because these guys probably need to spend more time in college so that they can develop instead of just the one and done.
I think.
But no, I'm just talking about like just the top prospects because it's taking a longer time for these guys to develop in the league. Like it takes them a few years, and that's because they probably just need to spend more time in college because they're not NBA ready.
I think it's good. I think that's a good pick for the Lakers, though.
It's
Getting somebody that's good, getting somebody that's already
That's
up there.
That's like the most.
He should, hopefully be mature already, and they don't have to worry about development with him.
Yeah,
His defense is atrocious.
I think another thing.
Hey, but that boy shooting.
Like, he's a 3-level scorer, but his defense is atrocious. So I don't hear no Lakers fans getting on the this dude can't slide his feet. We can't play him. Like, nah, he wasn't he wasn't even a solid defender in college. So I don't want to hear none of those excuses.
Because one thing that if you like in previous drafts, I'm talking about past drafts. Reason why, like, okay, so of course bad teams, they're gonna have lottery picks, they're gonna have high picks, but bad teams, they're not known for being able to develop talent. That's why back in the day, guys used to come out of the draft like 3 years in college, 2 years in college, whatever, because they were developed by those college teams. So by the time they made it to the NBA roster, NBA teams would have to develop them like that because they were ready. But now, these draft picks that are one and dones, they're depending on these bad NBA teams to develop them, and they've shown like the Pistons. The Pistons can't develop anybody. They're a poorly run franchise. So those guys that go there, they're not going to get any better because they're going to a team that can't develop them, and they weren't developed in college. So
Especially got a G League at night.
Now
that's not helping you.
But I kind of hate it though. Like in the league now, everybody's looking at these one and done players and stuff, which is kind of bad because
Scouting
you
is
won't really
terrible.
always get that development out of them. Like a lot of them are gonna need to be developed.
Well, if I was a GM, I would always look forward to getting those one and done players.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's because of age.
mentality.
Because of age.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Because the mentality for
Yeah.
the better prospects are going to be one and done. That doesn't mean that they're fully developed.
Yeah.
The better prospects are going to be one and done. The guys that are staying there longest because they're not good.
Yeah, they're just gonna be
Yeah.
role players. They have like no ceiling to me.
Yeah,
Like, the ceiling's gonna be cowboy.
yeah.
Ain't no wrong with that, but I mean, definitely not gonna be getting drafted, in a lottery pick.
Nah.
Not for those, and that's probably why I think Dalton Knecht fell down so much as a prospect.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's basically it. Like, they ain't really that Jacoby pick I love so much. Jacoby Walker.
Mm.
Oh my God, I love that pick so much, man. That's a great pickup by Toronto. Great pickup by Toronto.
Toronto, that's a team that develops very well as well.
They develop. I don't know what they're doing now, but actually,
I
they're
think
full
they're
rebuild now.
they're making a transition. They're trying to build around Scotty. That's why they gave him that
Yeah,
Scotty
yeah,
next
quick
season.
contact.
Scotty
Contract.
quickly look like now. I mean, he quickly getting bread.
Oh yeah.
We'll say
I think I think that little big three has like 520 million. Like
Yeah.
between.
I
all
don't
of
know if I would have gave
It's
crazy
crazy.
that bread, but I mean, they already get it now.
them. It is what it is. Got sleeping in the bed.
All right, so I'm gonna read off the notable first round picks again, and we're gonna give them a grade.
You better not read off Zach.
Okay. Zach Rezaisher, how do you say this? Zachary Rezaisher.
It's like Rashard.
Rashard.
Yeah, it's like the ER you don't really pronounce. I would give that pick a C. It's
I'm
the
giving that
most
a
basic pick you can give.
I'm giving that a C minus.
It's a C. It's a C.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go with a C. Like I said, I watched film on bro. 10 minutes of transition baskets, like just fast break scoring.
I mean, he's just 3-and-D guy. That's what he is.
And honestly, the jump shot is not that great. Like,
I think jump shot will come. I think jump shot will come.
I think it will come, but also he's an average athlete.
How about that?
He's a solid. The biggest thing about his athleticism is that his landing is kind of bad. Because he had a lot of transition dunks. I will say he runs the floor very well. He can run the floor and create spacing, go out to that three, or he running the floor and getting a lot of transition dunks. So there's a place for that, but he's the number one overall pick though, is the problem. But it's kind of weird space for the Atlanta Hawks to have the number one overall pick, because number one overall pick, like, you want like a kind of a star player, and they do have Trae Young, so I think that kind of went into a reason for why guys didn't really want to work out with the Hawks, because it's like you're gonna be playing with a ball dominant guy in Trae Young.
Yeah.
But I don't really get that at the same time, because Trae Young's give you the ball.
Yeah, but he's ball dominant.
I know, but dude averages what, like 11 assists every year. Like, he gonna give you the ball. Like,
Yeah, but but are you gonna be if you feel like, oh, I'm number one overall pick quality, you kind of want teams to build around you. You're looking at yourself as a star. So I think that's why these guys are like, that's Trae Young team. I ain't really trying to go over there, because I ain't really gonna get the rock like that.
Trae Young go lead.
I just knew Alex Zar, his agent was just trying to negotiate something. I forgot what it was, but they were trying to negotiate. It was all about leverage.
Well, the Wizards is gonna be his team.
But yeah.
Speaking of Alex Zar, how do you feel about that?
I'll give this one a B. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna rate the first 4 picks in this draft high, because I feel like they were.
I'll agree with you.
What about the Spurs pick though? I thought you
Stephon
liked that
Castle.
pick. Yeah.
I know, but it was predictable. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna rate these picks high. The
I
Alex
mean,
Zar
that kinda-
pick, I'll give it a B plus. I like Alex Zar. He gives me Evan Mobley vibes.
Yes, I saw it from the film.
Yeah, he gives me Evan Mobley vibes. I kind of want to see where he develops his jump shot, but he's a great defender, outstanding defender. I feel like that'll translate definitely in the NBA game. Yeah. I don't know about his finishing. I think his finishing, he finished like 52% around the rim.
You think
So
Jordan?
He's kind of
That's a
light
big
though.
question,
He's
yeah.
kind of light as well.
He's like 224.
Y'all think Jordan Poole will work good with her play?
Wow. Well, that's why.
I don't know.
Well, they got Brogdon now, right?
Yeah.
They got
Brogdon will help him. Jordan.
Brogdon will.
Yeah,
Jordan
Brogdon will
Poole,
probably
I
help him.
don't know.
Yeah.
Now I did like
Brogdon.
Dingy. I did like Dingy.
But he didn't like Jordan Poole because he didn't like.
Who like Jordan Poole?
Yeah, nobody.
Like
Sorry, I know she
Bro,
got,
see
but
it.
he's not.
Anyways, number 3 we got Reed Shepherd.
We're gonna go through the whole.
Huh?
Or you said I thought you said notable picks. We're gonna give a grade to the whole.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of hit the key picks.
Yeah. He said Stephon Castle is just like a expected pick.
Yeah,
Safe
he
pick.
expected pick.
Okay.
Like top 4 is expected. 5 is where it gets interesting.